You said that you slept with Donald Trump before he was president. He has denied this. There's been talk about hush money. I'd like to know where you are with that now in terms of what your story is. But what has the impact on your life been of this?
Oh, it's just been completely insane. And that all kind of ties into the original Big Brother agreement. My court date for that stuff was set a while ago, but then there became some unrelated to me criminal things that took precedence over my case because mine's a civil case. Yeah. So my court has a stay. Like, my court date got pushed back, which I thought I'd be done with before Celebrity Big Brother started. So that was also kind of a thing. Like, I needed to be able to talk to my attorney, which was my reason from shortening it the first time from the, 8 weeks or whatever, or the initial stay to 1 week.
So when you had this alleged affair, and I have to say alleged because Donald Trump obviously has denied it, he was in The Apprentice. At the point that everybody started to realise he was about to become President of the United States, was there a point where you just thought, uh-oh?
I think everybody in the world thought, uh-oh.
No, but I mean for you personally, because suddenly the stakes got a lot higher.
Not really. No, it was never really a secret. I just think it was a collectively, you know, everybody going, oh my God, this isn't really happening.
when you are embroiled in a scandal with a reality television star, straight businessman, it's one thing, but when it's the President of the United States, it does become a whole different ballgame. Did you then feel the pressure?
Not right away, no, not in the moment, not until someone else leaked the story.
But you did have a situation, you say, that you got approached in a car park with your daughter.
That was way before, yes.
Right?
Yeah, that was
and tell
years
us about
before,
that.
and it actually had nothing to do with the presidency whatsoever.
Right, but that was someone who approached you and you say threatened you. I just have a theory, and you can tell me whether I'm right or not. Are you sort of speaking out now and doing all this publicity in a way because it makes you feel safer?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Do you feel? Do you
oh,
feel
absolutely.
Like your life,
yeah.
Do you feel like your life is under threat? I mean, you have bodyguards.
Yeah, I mean, it's. You know, my answer to that question is going to change daily. Like, some days I can slip out and go about my day and I almost feel normal for a minute, you know, and then I look around, I have 2 big bodyguards behind me. I'm like, oh.
So why do you
they're
have
still
bodyguards?
Here. And then another day, I mean, I get crazy hate mail and death threats and.
I mean, Trump has a lot of very fanatical fans.
Yeah.
Are you scared of them?
Plus, I already had my own set of fanatical fans to deal with. So I mean, it was never.
Are they armed bodyguards?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a gun yourself in America. You do. Yeah. At home.
Yes.
Yeah. So are you scared?
Some days I am, and some days I'm not. It just sort of depends on. It also depends a lot upon where I'm at.
And what are you scared of? What runs through your head? You've got a young daughter who obviously is your first priority.
Right, that's my biggest fear.
What are your fears?
That her life is going to be changed forever in a negative way, which was also one of the reasons why I decided to come forward and start speaking up. I wanted to be someone that she could be proud of. If the story was out there on someone else, the story was out there. I had no control over that.
You feel you're owning it?
I felt like owning it and standing up and saying, I'm not ashamed, this is what happened, I will not be bullied, telling my side, inspiring other women to tell their stories and stand up for themselves in their own situations in their lives.
What does your daughter know about
my daughter knows that a long time ago I knew, first of all, she knows that Donald Trump is the president. She knows that Mommy knew him. She knows that something happened and people are very curious about it because he's the president and they knock on the door all the time when Mommy's home.
Does she know you're anxious? Does she know you're scared?
No, absolutely not.
You managed to keep that.
Yes.
Do you sleep? Do you sleep well?
No.
Does it have, you don't?
No, definitely
Why?
not. I've never slept very well. There's just, you know, it's hard to relax when your mind's going a million miles
But
an
you
hour.
don't take, we were talking about it earlier, you don't take any medications or anything, no? You don't really drink?
Not really.
Would you turn the clock back?
Absolutely.
Where to?
I would never go to Lake Tahoe.
And that's
Which
where...
is
I would
where you
actually
met-
stay off of all golf courses forever.
Which is where you met.
You never know what happens.
He denies it, but do you still contend that you slept with Donald Trump?
I can't really comment because of the ongoing litigation, but everybody knows what the story is.
Right.
And that I passed a lie detector test.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No.
We know what it's taken.
I know,
For
I
you
know.
to get
It's
here
been
and
such a
sit
day,
here.
hasn't it?
Yeah.
How do you want this to play out, Stormy?
Which part?
Well, you just, you know, where we go from here. I mean, this is still such a febrile situation. I mean, what would be a good outcome here for you? Not just about to your brother and stuff, but you in terms of your life as a woman with a young child.
That it becomes known that I am not a liar, that maybe some other women will continue to come up to me and say that I changed their lives in a positive way by not being afraid. That someday in the future, my daughter looks up to me and says, I'm so proud of how brave you were. And on a very selfish note, that people forget who I am entirely, and I live on a horse farm in the middle of nowhere where no one wants to take a picture of me, especially when I'm eating.
Do you see yourself as a victim?
No, absolutely not. Maybe a victim of circumstance sometimes, but no. I've made my own choices. I'm responsible for my own actions.
And your reason for coming on Loose Women, I would assume, is because you wanted your voice heard, not words in print that could be misconstrued or taken out
Exactly.
of context. You
Yes.
wanted your story.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No, honestly.
We had such a great chat.
We did. It was great.
Yeah.
Actually, just a final one. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump now?
I think that he's a man who's gotten in over his head.
Wow. What do you think?
She really
I'm
means
so
that.
glad we managed to show that.
In my opinion, she was completely believable.
But even the stuff where she talks about she wishes she could just disappear and
Yeah,
no one would
I
know her
believe
name, and you think that that's what she really wants.
I think it's great that we've managed to show it, because if you look back at all of the stories of the last few days and what's been written about her, that she's, you know, a diva and she's this and she's that, we certainly didn't find that here. No. And I think now watching that, you can see that she's completely calm, completely rational, you know.
And, you know, I had the feeling she's got a lot left to say, but obviously she can't quite say it.
We'll
yet.
have you back, Stormy,
Yeah,
when
you
you've got
come
the
back.
rest.
You come back and chat
say.
to us.